Hey, I'm Cathyn Fitzgerald, and I was talking with my cameraman on the previous shoot about the compass drill. Compass drill is video number 2 in this series. I guess this is video number 4, and my cameraman said that they thought that it might be far more illustrative of the compass drill if I did it facing the camera instead of paralleling the camera. I want to add a caveat in here because I've been, as she was talking, I was thinking about the potential of Duke Sean publishing a comment video to my compass drill video telling me that I have it all wrong. And that's highly possible, and please, Sean, if you're seeing this and if I got it wrong, say so. I really, really don't want to be teaching people things that are going to get them killed. It occurred, so compass drill, same thing, right? I'm standing at the center of the compass, sweet spot of the sword, right at my opponent's target. You'll notice if you look closely, I've got my opponent configured as a right-handed fighter. No, I don't. I'm lying. I got my opponent configured as a right-handed fighter, standing sword-like lead. I face that a lot. It's a very common thing throughout the SCA. I can show you a reason on maybe another video on why this is not a very good idea, and why I get hit in the legs in sword fights a lot, but that's another subject. So, compass drill, sweet spot on target. I'm in the same right leg lead that my opponent is in, and I'm going to take the north step. I take a little, the front foot closest to the direction I'm moving, moves about a half a step to my opponent. What just opened? Well, I've gone from having my outside sweet spotting range to the inside one. I can deliver a lot of short stick techniques, you know. And that was garbage. Don't do that. Don't ever throw that shot that I just threw because it's so stupid. But I'm now a lot closer, and these shots, short sticks, if you've ever been short sticked by, say, Sir Brian of Glastonbury, oh my God, that brother has a short stick that will knock you to the ground. He did it to me 4 times in a row in one fighter practice, just throwing a little thrust, short sticking me to the ground. Guy is a beast. I hope you get a chance to fight him. He's fantastic. So that was my half step forward, straight to the north, and a lot of things opened up. A lot of, I'm a little more defended because I put my shield closer to my opponent's eyes, so my shield has functionally gotten larger. So has his, but I made the conscious choice and I know what I'm doing. There's advantages, once again, thought exercise. This is not, this is something you should be doing in your fights with your opponent, especially if you get in those kind of lazy man fights where you're not moving around much, and towards the end of fighter practice, a lot of guys have these fights. Contemplate doing this to your opponent without letting him know you're doing it. I'm back at the center of the compass, and think to yourself, you're here, you're on guard, you're facing your opponent, you're not really having a big, moving, kind of swirling, flowing fight. You're having an old man fight, and you're just sort of standing kind of at the edge of happy range, and you're looking for targets, and you're kind of wiggling. Take a little step, and you probably just lost my face on the camera. Don't worry about it. This illustrates the point. I've moved 6 inches to my left, to my shield side, on the west line of my compass. What just changed? Well, you guys can't see me very well on the camera anymore, but all of the really snacky kind of offside, the little melee sort of business, all of these shots opened up really nicely just by having taken a 6-inch step to the left. And the thing you really want to strive for is when you're on guard and you make that little motion, don't make it huge. Don't, if I take a big step to my right, what's my opponent going to do? Going to turn and face me, taking away any advantage I might have earned by that little step. Think to yourself what just opened. When you move on your opponent, I'm going to take a little step, watch my foot, if you can see it through the legs of my opponent. Whoop, my cameraman is nodding, I guess I'm doing it right. Just take a little step to their shield side, east for you. Little tiny step, what opened? Maybe nothing. Maybe, the way your opponent's holding his sword, he's got, if you're here, maybe this is blocking you, but when you step, you notice that you have a really good snap, overhand snap into his eyes, through the little gap, because when you take that little step, he doesn't adjust, or he doesn't turn, or he doesn't cover, he doesn't compensate for the thing you just done. Everything's going to look just a little bit different for a second there, because I'm practicing in doing these videos in the driveway of my townhouse, and every so often we turn off the camera because my neighbors are driving by. Welcome to being the urban knight. So we're back at the center of the compass. We just had that little half step to the east. We looked at what opened. You know, maybe flat snap to the leg got better because the shield's covering it now. You're hitting shield on it. You take that little step, and now he's on his knees. This is what we're promoting with the compass drill, is just little tiny motions to see what happened. You know, maybe you can't from here because his shield is in the way, you can't hit his leg. But when you take that half step back, you get the inside of the other leg under the same point of the shield that has his back leg so well protected. Half step back, 6 inches, maybe less. Back to the center of the compass. We're going to go to the northwest. Not so good with directions. I get lost in traffic. It happens. What just opened? A lot of the deeper head stuff that he can't cover because he's on guard and didn't notice that you just got a lot closer. You took that little step and he didn't take the step back. Look at your Pell and look for new targets. This, as I mentioned in the previous video, filmed from the side about the compass drill, this one's really cool to do with someone else who's in armor, because you can do the drill, and it's really quick, right? Only just for fun, I'm going to go through the whole compass drill. So ready, set, go. Take a little step to the north, go back to center. Little step to the south, go back to the center. Little step to the west, back to the center. Little step to the east, back to the center. Little step to the northeast, back to the center. Little step to the northwest, back to the center. I'm really doing this bad because my feet are close together. They should be, you know, shoulder width, good fighting stance, but I'm just being illustrative. And we are at little step to the southwest, back to the center, little step to the southeast. And I don't like that one very much because it puts me off my balance. So maybe when you're going southeast, you use your front leg first instead of your back leg. Little step. That's the whole compass drill. You can practice that with an opponent in armor. You can practice it against your Pell. You can be standing in front of the copy machine at your office and practice that while it's printing off copies of Sean's fighting manual. That's all I really have to say about the compass drill. I'm really hoping that Duke Sean comes into the comments and says a bunch of really nice stuff or corrects me on all the things I was stupid about. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I hope you have great fights, guys.